Hi, I'm Joe Matthews, and I own Taralai Stress Relief here in North Manchester, New Hampshire. I formed the company to help people who are suffering through different types of anxiety, stress, PTSD, pain, and depression.
My name's Lorna, and I'm a respiratory therapist here for a local hospital. I met Joe through a friend. He was highly recommended. Working in the health field can be very stressful, and I found that the acupuncture that I receive here really helps me decrease my stress level, helps me focus, helps me just kind of feel grounded, and that's really helped me when it comes to getting extra sleep. And just getting more things done at home because I feel like I can focus and I don't feel as overwhelmed. So I've really found it beneficial. It's really helped me.
I'm a retired nurse of 50 years, surgical nurse. I moved over to New Hampshire after my husband died, and between the move and my husband dying, I got really depressed and I didn't want to do anything. And my daughter kind of got me with Joe, wanted me to come see Joe for acupuncture. Now, I'm an old nurse, and I have to admit, acupuncture was not on my list of things I was ever going to have done. I thought it was I was really skeptical about it, but I can't believe the difference. After even the first treatment, I want to do things. I do things with my family now. I have more energy to do things, and it really has been a great thing. And even my son-in-law thinks I'm doing so much better. So if he thinks so, I'm really doing good.
I'm Dr. Belinda Castor, and I'm a physician that's been practicing medicine in the greater Manchester area for the last 30 years. I had the opportunity to meet Joe when he moved into this office building, and have had wonderful conversations with him about the services that he provides, and have been the recipient of receiving acupuncture therapy, as well as having a family member receive acupuncture therapy and light therapy. And I just want to speak to the benefit that I have received and I've seen in a family member as far as stress reduction and improvement in sleep. And not only just through the acupuncture aspects of the ear, but also through a herbal tea product. And I've been blessed to have Joe as a speaker for an educational program through my practice. And I believe there were 7 of us that received ear acupuncture that evening, and we have another one scheduled in the near future. So he's a real advocate as far as educating people about the benefits. And one of the things over my 30 years of experience is nature and science have to come together. And we need to look at alternative measures or alternative treatments and ways to manage medical situations. And there's a lot of folks that don't tolerate medicines, or traditional therapy is not always the best approach. And so being able to use therapies that Joe offers here in the form of the auricular acupuncture, as well as massage and other modalities, is really a benefit, and makes a nice blend and combination for treatment of a variety of different diseases and disorders, anxiety, stress, chronic pain, depression, ADHD, and so much more. And so I highly recommend Joe, and I continue to refer people to him to receive the benefits that I've received.
My name is Ophelia Burnett. I am the New Hampshire campaign organizer with the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls. I am also the Healing Justice organizer with the American Friends Service Committee here in New Hampshire. I do a lot of campaigning, I do a lot of policy work, advocacy work, both state, local, and federally, so I'm doing a lot of work mentally. So the light therapy that Joe does works miracles. At first I was like, what is the light going to do? But once he performed it on me, and I already noticed, quick results immediately. So I just want to say thank you, Joe, and you guys should try it out as well.
I use different techniques, including ear acupuncture, auricular technology, which is a form of finding points within the ear that correlate to points in the body that can relieve pain. I also use color light therapy. All these technologies or modalities I use to help people feel better, not only about themselves, but to relieve issues that have been built up over a period of time. The technology can also help people with ADHD and help people that have been suffering through long-term chronic pain. If I use some ear acupuncture, for instance, I use a very small needle such as this. If you can see a long orange handle, orange because it helps us literally find the needle should it fall. A very, very small, thin needle that goes only 1 to 2 millimeters into the skin, 5 points within the ear. This helps with stress and detox. The technology was actually developed and found through a neurosurgeon in California back in the 1970s who knew enough about Chinese technology or Chinese medicine that if he stuck a needle in a patient's ear before surgery, he knew that patient did not need as many meds to relieve pain after surgery. He actually then had patients coming to him afterwards and saying, "Hey doc, I used to take street drugs, but now I don't really have a desire for them anymore." Well, he didn't know enough about technology in the sense of medical treatment with needles to realize what was happening. So he contacted acupuncturists who developed this 5-point detox program that I follow. So what we have then is something called the National Acupuncture Detox Association that I'm a member of. And what we do is we follow these 5-point protocols that not only help you relieve stress and anxiety, bring down anger, but also detoxes the liver, the kidneys, and the lungs. So we use this to help relieve the body of toxins, and we help people get off meds, preferably with a program. So if you're in a program, for instance, and you're in AA or you're in some type of a detox program, this technology will actually help you stay within that program and help you to be a lot more successful in completing the program. So this is a 50-year-old method that's been used by hospitals for a long, long time. So we think of this as, this is, Asian type medicine. It's not really used in modern medicine. It's actually to the contrary. Mass General has 13 acupuncturists on staff, people like me that are working in cancer wards, or working in chemotherapy centers at their hospitals, helping women who are going through chemo, preventing them from being more nauseous, preventing them from headaches, preventing them from feeling worse about themselves, helping them sleep better. So literally 60% of the hospitals in the United States are using acupuncturists to help patients reverse pain and actually get better more quickly. So my goal here at Taralai Stress Relief is to help people who cannot afford hospitals, who are actually looking for some extra help, and I offer this service as a way to give back to the community after a long career in sales. And what I want to do is hook up with people who are in need of extra help. So what I'm asking for is some type of a grant, some help with marketing, and that will allow me to continue running this office and give me the opportunity to help veterans, police, and firefighters at absolutely no cost, no donation from them. Everything else will be based on what people feel treatment's worth. So not only do we use the needles here, I picked up another technology called color light therapy. And what that is a technology that's based on electromagnetic frequencies and color light. We all know that the sun goes down in the fall, and people need more vitamin D. And what I do is I offer them frequency in different colors for different issues. For instance, I can help people resolve ADHD by running a light across their forehead. That's called bringing their brain halves close together and making them work more correctly with each other, with each half. And it helps eliminate the need for drugs and stuff for ADHD. It's a process, it's not one and done. It's a process that takes some time. So we'll be looking at, several times a week for several months to do this 2-minute treatment across the forehead. Depression, I'll be looking at doing a treatment on the third eye, doing a treatment on the earlobes. I also have auricular technology. Auricular technology is a little unique. It's not using needles. What it is, it's a pressure gauge. It just it has a pressure that I use in the earlobe and other parts of the ear. And according to the ear chart, there are points here that will show you different parts that in the ear that coincide with issues in the back. So I had a young lady that works at a convenience store down the street, happened to mention to me she hurt her back, went and got a massage, and it's worse than ever. She doesn't have a lot of money, but I offered to have her come up here, and I did auricular ear therapy on her. I didn't tell her where I was pressing, and I said, does that feel okay? Yep. That feel okay? Yep. That feel okay? Yep. And I got to the point that I knew was the shoulder. I said, does that feel, oh, and she yelled out in pain. I massaged that point with a glass rod, and it was painful for her at one point in her ear, so I moved over to my fingers and massaged her for about 3 minutes. I saw her the other day at the convenience store, and she hasn't had pain in her back in 2 weeks now after I treated her. The pain was gone just 3 minutes after I treated her and hasn't come back. So these are all alternative types of medicine that seem to work. And it's something that people have to be aware of. A lot of it's in conjunction with regular medical technology. A lot of it is just new technology that's fairly new to us, but not new to the world. So you heard, some of my clients talk about things that they've experienced with me using what we consider Asian medicine. I've yet to have any Asian clients, but I do have a lot of clients that come back over and over again and recommend me to friends and family who I seem to be able to help. Not everyone is an instant fix. I seem to be able to help about 9 out of 10 people, and some of them are really, really surprised at how quickly they get better with technology. So what I'd like to do is offer to you to come to me and see what I can do to help you.
Excellent. If I may, I don't mean to interrupt you. I mean to ask you. I know a lot of people in the community that are struggling with chronic pain, chronic diseases, and I've actually taught self-management, chronic condition classes and workshops. I never heard of this. Why is it that this is such a secret that is not out there? Is there a reason for that, or is it just that it's new?
It's really just that it's new and it isn't in the mainstream yet. For instance, this technology, this certain product, the closest one I can find is New York City, is the next one that's being used. There are other people that use color light therapy, but most of that is like in a box that you put around your head or around your body. For instance, I have lights that flash colors here in the room. That's not pinpointing a specific area of your body. I have a woman that comes in that hurt her back during a skiing incident in college. She must be 38, 39 years old now. And what I do is I flash specific lights at specific frequencies on her back, and that relieves her pain. I also do the glass rod rubbing in the point in her ear for lower back, and I rub it with my fingers, and she's good, for a week or two at a time. So as I'm doing this, the more we do it, the longer the pain in her back goes away. So the idea is let's keep on doing it and what used to be, it's gone for 2 days. Next time I do it, it's gone for like 5 days. Next time I do it, it's gone for a week and a half. So as we keep on doing it, the pain seems to be going away for longer periods of time until hopefully it's not there anymore.
That's very nice. I'm sorry, I have a question, but I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
You're doing great. So why am I doing this after I retired? It was actually a little bourgeois retirement after having a job where I hopped on 6 airplanes a week and went cross country, and I didn't do retirement well, and I decided that I wanted to give back to the community. I had a knee replaced. It didn't heal well. I went to an acupuncturist, and they helped my knee an awful lot, and I mentioned to them I wish I could do that, and they told me how to go about doing it. So I learned the practice. I picked up the color light therapy as another way to augment my practice, and it seems to be doing really good results for people. It can treat things like skin diseases. It can treat things like sore feet, and I have other tools at my disposal that help with posture. And posture, of course, equals bad knees and bad hips and bad spine, and the spine is all wrapped around your nervous system, and that affects your whole body. So a lot of things just start with the correct posture. I have devices that give off a very small electric charge that help you walk better, walk more straight. So what I do when you come in is I take a quick look at your posture, and very easily can see if your shoulders are level, if your hips are level, and if your hands are level. If your hands come out gracefully and meet like this, even, you have good posture. If they come out and they meet like this, your posture's off. So that's one of the things I test. And then we talk about having devices on the instep of your feet that allow you to get that little electric charge when it detects you not walking correctly, and allows you to correct yourself without even thinking about it. They last about a year. So we have a lot of things that are available. Every customer that comes in, I give them some sleep/detox tea. What this is, even though it's called sleep tea, it doesn't make you sleepy. I drink 2 or 3 a day. It helps you sleep more soundly. And it's detoxing your body, whether you have a detox need or you just want to stay healthy. You want your liver, your kidneys, and your lungs to continue to detox during the night. You continue to detox. If you have a stressful type situation in your life, you'll live a better life during the day with less stress. You let things go easier. Along with the ear acupuncture, the detox tea, stress-free tea, helps you just let it go. It's an amazing product. I give that to all customers that come in for ear acupuncture, and I get glowing praise from customers, from clients that say it helps them with restless leg syndrome. It helps them if they wake up during the night. Let's say they let the dogs out to go to the bathroom, they can't get back to sleep. Now they can get back to sleep. So you can drink it, afternoon, doesn't make you fall asleep. You drink it, an hour before you go to bed, you fall asleep, you sleep more soundly, you wake up refreshed. You can drink one in the morning, you feel stress-free during the day. It's great stuff. And again, I use it in conjunction with the ear acupuncture for my clients. It makes a tremendous difference in their lives.
Sounds very good. You mentioned when we met, which is where you got my attention, that you work with veterans, and let's say you work with them regarding price, and sometimes I don't want to put words in your mouth. Can you just tell me, how do you work with veterans, and what motivates you to want to reach out to them?
Well, I have a cousin who had a very tough time in Vietnam, and he came back without getting into a lot of detail. He came back and he wasn't the same person, let's say. So I really feel that people who have been through a lot, and people who are willing to sacrifice themselves to protect me and my family, I won't charge them a penny. As a matter of fact, I set a sliding scale, but what it really is donation-based service. I want you to pay me what you think I'm worth. I don't know what you give me. I literally step out of the room, you slip money in a slot that goes into my safe, and I take the sign down when I have a veteran, a policeman, or a fireman come in. I don't take a donation from them, and I treat them at no cost and never will charge them anything. They're willing to put their life in line for me and my family. They're free. I hope they refer me to someone who's willing to give me a few dollars, but they're free.
I appreciate that so much, because I'm not an official veteran because I wasn't active for 180 days, but I did go overseas with the U.S. Army Reserves, and I saw things, and I saw what we soldiers go through. So when we come back to our communities, it would be nice to have people like you that appreciate what we've done. So thank you for what you do.
Believe me, I'm doing is nothing compared to what folks like you and others have done. So I was expecting to help people with stress, anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, and pain. Turns out too many of my clients are mothers who have had sons commit suicide, and it's awful to see. There are so many people who are abandoned, at least in their mind. I really want to help those people, and my goal is to see if I can work with the New Hampshire juvenile court system and their alternative program, and see if I can help those younger generation, boys and girls, men and women, who are tied up with either the wrong crowd or maybe had a rough upbringing or just got mixed up in drugs, and see if I can help them, turn their lives around, by, if nothing else, feeling better about themselves, relieving stress and anxiety, helping them detox if that's what's needed, and helping them build a better life. So my goal is to help them. My goal is also to get over to either CMC or Elliott Hospital and donate one day a week to help women in the chemo center going through chemotherapy and help them, again, relieve some of the tension, some of the nausea, and some of the stress that they must be going through. As one of my best friend's wife had ear acupuncture when she was going through it, and she told us that it helped her a lot. And I want to continue doing that for people now that I know how to do it. So what I feel I need to grow this business, I do need connections with the right people in the state. Again, to work with the New Hampshire juvenile court system. I could use a lot of marketing help. I don't have a website yet. I could design one, but I know it won't be truly professional as far as what my needs are. I need someone that will help me with social media, and I do need help getting some type of grants that will help me get the business up and running and get to the right people at the right level within the state and local government.
Beautiful. And lastly, you offer an excellent service that is very much in need. How can people get a hold of you if they want to learn more?
Okay. At this time, again, the website should be up within hopefully a couple of weeks. But the best way to reach me is Taralai, TARALAI .stress.relief@gmail.com. And my name again is Joe Matthews. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Emily, I am one of your customers. I'd like to know what is your signature cup of coffee. How do you make it? Tell me about those beans, where they come from, and where does your passion come from when it comes to you. When you're making a cup of coffee, what drives you? Where does your inspiration, motivation, passion come from?
Thank you for that question, Rafael. Definitely a loaded question that I want to answer. So one of our signature drinks that's popular is called cocadita. It's based off of a Colombian delicacy, which is also where our coffee comes from and where I come from. And so this drink is based on that, and it's a coconut caramel cluster. So it's caramel, full of caramel, arequipe, and coco in Spanish. So our beans come directly from Colombia, imported from Colombia and roasted here locally in Loudon, New Hampshire, with Williamson Coffee USA, which they're phenomenal. And so my inspiration truly comes from, I'm glad I'm supporting the farmers there. I know that they are working hard. I love my people, the culture of my people, the warmth. We just find a reason to celebrate for anything. And that's what I want to bring here, some joy back into our daily lives. So with this cup of coffee, this is how you go and do it. A shot of espresso. And these are our lovely, beautiful machines. As you can tell, they're very elegant, gorgeous, but yeah, 100% authentic Colombian coffee, roasted locally. You're getting the freshest product, which is great because you don't want to be unhealthy when you're drinking coffee, causing a lot of acid and just unpleasant health conditions. So we get the shot of espresso, and then we get the arequipe. I gotta get a cup. Arequipe a lot.
I'm loving this.
Yes, delicioso. Mira, Rafael, I'm gonna give this coffee to you so you can try it.
Sounds good to me.
With some coconuts. And then milk of your choice, because we do also have alternatives for those of us who are sensitive to dairy or just want a different kind of milk. Almond milk, oat milk.
So would you say that this is a healthy cup of coffee?
I would say so. I would say that you're getting the best of both worlds because the flavor is there. You get delicious signature drinks, and you're getting a healthy coffee where the times of resting for the coffee beans are respected. It's treated as an art, and we want to give you the best. I love excellence.
This is amazing. Who taught you? Where did you learn how to make this coffee? I mean, this is beyond amazing. So tell me, what got you thinking about, yes, I want to do something to share my culture and convey the message of unity and love and happiness and health. But where did it all start?
Wow, that is also a loaded question. Should I tell you before or after I foam the milk?
After.
Okay, yes, I'll be thinking. So, Rafael, one of my first jobs was as a barista. I think I was a junior in high school, and I was working at the coffee factory in Derry. And honestly, it was one of my favorite jobs because you get to have an influence on somebody's smile during the day. Not only just because of a cup of coffee, but because you get to know them and you get to care individually for the person genuinely, and you get to make their day in a way. So I started to realize that, I started racking up on certain customers that would come to see me and enjoy to have conversation. And as a Colombian American growing up here in the US, I always found kind of the desire to connect with people, because that's a big part of Latin culture is the warmth, is just connecting with others. And delicious. You're gonna have to try it, Rafael, and tell me what you think. Yes, so my fire started there for that. I really enjoyed it. I saw it as an art, and I loved going to work. So then during the pandemic, I had the opportunity to go to Colombia. I went there with the intention to establish myself there with my son. At the time, he was not even 2 years old, but I went with a dream, a fire. I didn't know what was pushing me, but I knew that I missed my country, my culture. And the pandemic hit. I ended up back here. Nothing worked. My plans didn't work, but I came back with even more fire. I said, why not bring my culture here? Bring it here and share it. And that other people can be part of it as well. So there's no division. We're all family, we're all connected, and we need each other to survive in this time, in this day and age. So it really drives me to see that gap that I want to fill in this community, especially on the west side of Manchester, where there's a lot of pain in people. People are going through pain, and silently, and we need to step in the gap. So on top of my love for art and coffee and music, I have a love for people, and that's my mission.
That is beautiful. Can you
Thank you.
sing a little something for us?
Sure, what do you want? Oh, dulcito de coco, amor, tú eres mi bien, dulcito de coco. That's for the arequipe coco delicious latte that you just had.